Hi, I'm Sergeant Francis Benjamin with the Post Signal. I'm here in Yokohama at Sea Paradise. I want you guys to take in a glimpse of the summer and enjoy the island with me. Our next stop here in Sea Paradise is Food AI Lagoon, which is where you can get up close and personal with the animals by petting them. I'm at my last stop, Dolphin Fantasy. I really enjoyed my trip here to Sea Paradise. I think you should bring the family, enjoy Japan, and take in the sights. But until next month, this is Sergeant Francis Benjamin signing out.
Hi, I'm out in the woods camping. But before I set up my tent, I'm going to send a postcard to Arnold Elementary School.
Whoa! Hi, my name is Lieutenant Simone Beamer, and I'm proud to introduce to you as our special guest today, the Command Sergeant Major of United States Army Japan, Command Sergeant Major Franklin. Hi, Sergeant Major, how are you?
Hello, I'm great.
So, Sergeant Major, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes. I hail from the great Palmetto State of South Carolina. I was born in 1964. I graduated high school in 1982 and decided I would join the military. I graduated jump school in 1983. And my first tour there was from 83 to 92. And from 92 to 96, I was at the Ranger Training Brigade at Fort Benning, Georgia. Great job, if you ever want to get it. Best kept secret in the Army. And 1992, I went back to the 82nd and did 4 years as a first sergeant. Great job, I recommend that too. In 2000, I went to the United States Army Sergeant Major Academy, where I spent a year as a Sergeant Major student. It's a great job, I recommend that.
A lot of good jobs.
A lot of great jobs. I went back to Fort Bragg and was actually a brigade Sergeant Major, where I went to OIF 1. I got pulled out of OIF 1 early to go work for my first general, where I went to OIF 3 for a year. And I got back from OIF 3 and heard about U.S. Army Japan. Didn't know we had soldiers in U.S. Army Japan. And so I applied to come here and I got selected. And this is where I've been since 2006. I'm having a great time.
Sergeant Major, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Sergeant Major of the Army?
Absolutely not. I don't know. My wife would tell you that I will be in the Army until I die. But I love the Army. And I will be here doing Army stuff, Sergeant Major stuff, until it's not fun. This is my passion. I love doing it. I love coming to work every day. And until I stop loving it, I will be here. I don't really want to go any higher. If I had my choice, I'd go back lower and be with the soldiers more.
Sergeant Major, this is the year of the NCO. Can you tell us what that means?
Yes. The history of the non-commissioned officer is a long and glorious one. We've evolved a long time. We've changed over and over, and we continue to change. And the Secretary of the Army wanted to take this year to educate our politicians, our civilians, and even our soldiers about the importance that the NCOs play within the Army. So what we're going to do is we're going to do non-commissioned officers runs, non-commissioned officer balls, many things throughout this year to celebrate our great non-commissioned officers.
So, Sergeant Major, what would you say your leadership philosophy is?
That's a difficult question for me because I hate to put myself in a box. I like leading soldiers, I like leading civilians, I like leading officers. So my leadership philosophy is just try to be a mentor and a coach to everyone.
Sergeant Major, where do NCOs fit in the bilateral mission here in Japan?
Great question. What we are, we're partners, we're friends. Our non-commissioned officers spend many times with the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force. I myself spend a lot of time with the senior non-commissioned officers of the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force. So we learn a lot from each other. We learn a lot about the Japanese culture, and they learn a lot about American culture. One of the things that we do here is the co-op, as you know. And that's when the Japanese come and spend about 90 days with us, and they live and eat and spend time with our families, and we love them. So what we do, what the sergeants, non-commissioned officers do, is just mentors and friends.
Sergeant Major, is there a favorite experience that you've had while stationed here in Japan that you'd like to share with us?
I've had many experiences since I've been here in Japan. Perhaps one of my favorite ones was when I took the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force Sergeant Major to the United States with me. We visited Washington, D.C., and I showed him Fort Bragg. And it was great to see that he was impressed with our non-commissioned officers corps and our country.
Sergeant Major, for new, young soldiers coming into the Army, do you have any advice?
Well, sure. A lot of people want to make leadership complicated. Here's the deal. If you treat your soldiers like you love them, if you love them, you can't go wrong. Love your soldiers like you love your sons and daughters, and you'll be a great leader.
Personal question. As a future commander, do you have any advice for me?
I do. The relationship with the commander and the first sergeant is a very, very delicate and important one. I would ask you to spend time to get to know your first sergeant. Talk to your first sergeant every day, but understand you're a team, but as a commander, you are overall responsible for what goes on in that company. Most importantly, have fun.
Sergeant Major, last question. What would you say the best part of your job is?
Easy question. The best part of my job, and the best part of most non-commissioned officers' job, is we get to be around America's sons and daughters. They're very young, they're very bright, and they're very optimistic. They love our country, and they're very hard workers. And so I love being around them every day. That's the best part of my job.
Well, Sergeant Major, this concludes our interview. I really appreciate you taking time to speak with me.
Thank you very much.
This is Lieutenant Simone Beamer reporting for the Post Signal. Have a great day.